Well, welcome to yoga. So glad you could make it. The sun is still shining here. The days are getting longer. Yay. So, oh, let's just, oh, here comes Sarah. Here we are. Let's just put one hand on our heart and one hand on our belly. Take deep breaths. Just notice how you're feeling. And there's Sarah. Hi, Sarah. So we've started, Sarah. So we're just putting one hand on our heart, one hand on our belly, and we're just going to take a few deep breaths. We're going to notice how we're feeling. Just come to stillness. And just let yourself settle. Just let yourself, just let yourself settle. And we'll just look at our picture if PowerPoint decides to work for us tonight. Oh yes, there it is. So there are our pictures that we see every week. So I'm sure you know them all off by heart by now. But it's always good just to have a little look. Oh, just notice how you feel. Just acknowledge, and whatever it is just fine. And of course we have this new barometer, right? Just a reminder. So if you are in the red zone, just take some deep breaths, count to 10, ask for help. If you're in the yellow zone, just take a break, get some fresh air and talk to somebody about your feelings. If you're blue, get some rest and do something that you enjoy. And of course, if you're green, happy, excited, focused, calm, just enjoy the feeling and share it with others. So hello, April. We are still in April. April is moving along. So on Monday, it was lovely. Lovely day here, and there's no bugs out. So I managed to get Anna to walk down to the water. And on our way there, we saw a butterfly and an eagle. And then yesterday, we were visiting our new neighbor, getting some eggs, and she's up a little higher. We were looking out over the water and the trees, and we saw 3 herons flying around. We think they were looking for a place to nest, and they would settle over there, and I think they were having a little talk about whether it was good enough there. Then they flew over somewhere else, had a little sit there, decided if that place was good. So we'll have to see where they end up settling, but it's that time of the year for nests to be made. April is halfway through. It's a chance to grow and learn from the past. And I think that's what those herons were doing. They were sitting there saying, well, we nested over here before. But then, of course, we had the hurricane. We had Fiona, and that blew away all the herons' nests that were there. So maybe they were thinking about that. Soon there's going to be snowdrops and crocuses, tulips and daffodils, and a million little buds all blooming into life. And they are starting to poke up here through the ground. It's very exciting. So I put this in just to remind us about the 8 limbs of yoga, about all the things that yoga is. It's not just, a lot of people, when you see pictures of yoga, it's all about, they're in a pose or whatever. That's only one part of yoga. We have the breath work, which is what our yoga challenge is. Remember, this month, you got all the little lotus flowers on the back. Just practice deep breathing before bedtime. That's really going to help you to sleep. But once you've practiced it this month, keep practicing, keep doing it at nighttime to help you sleep, all right? So there's the postures, the asanas, the poses, and here, number 4, the pranayama, breath work. So that's what we're focusing on this month. But every time we have our yoga class, we do the poses, the breath work, and we also do some meditation, don't we? So there's lots of things that's yoga. And of course here, this is yoga, right? We do kind thoughts, kind speech, kind intentions. Kind thoughts, kind speech, kind intentions. Kind thoughts, kind speech, kind intentions. And it would be a good thing to do maybe that at night as well as your breath work, and maybe first thing in the morning when you wake up. Just so you know, today I'm going to have kind thoughts, kind speech, kind intentions. So I sent you this one. Maybe this is what you can do. I sent you this mindful breath. So just practice mindful breathing by simply taking a few minutes to breathe deeply. That's perfect before you go to bed. You can place your right hand on your belly, your left hand on your chest, just like we do. And inhale for 4 counts, and then exhale through your nose. So you can inhale for 4 and exhale for 4. Or you can inhale for 4 and exhale for 6, because remember, you're trying to go to sleep, and sometimes when you go to sleep, you need to exhale longer, and that's the one that helps you go to sleep. That's the one that helps you relax. So this week, mindful breath, or any other of those breaths, the pranayama, so I've sent you. Anything that you feel like doing before you go to sleep, just take a moment. If you have a favorite one, just do it. So here we are. We are going to do our meditation. So get yourself comfortable. Get yourself nicely comfy seated on the chair or on your cushion, wherever you are. Just come to a comfortable seated position. Just take a moment to get settled. Ooh, and just, I'm always telling you this, bring your attention to your breath. And here we go. Of course, we've got this one because it's springtime. Just start to take longer, slower breaths in and longer, slower breaths out. Just relax your shoulders, relax your face, relax your jaw, and soften your eyelids. If you want to close your eyes, go ahead, or you could just watch the blossoms, which is a beautiful thing to do too. Just allow yourself to be with everything that is right now. Be with the sounds around you, with the music you can hear. Maybe be with your thoughts, maybe be with your feelings. Just soften and release. And allow one word to come into your mind. Just think about that word for a moment. No judgment, just think about it. And then just bring your attention back to your breath. Soften and release. On your next breath, inhale through your nose and raise your shoulders up towards your ears. And then just let the breath out through your mouth as you do a big sigh. And the shoulders go down. Let's do that again. So just breathe in, lift the shoulders up, and then just let's do it again. And one more time. Just take a moment to notice how you feel. Just soften and release. And in the busyness of your day, give yourself a moment to think what you need. Maybe it is a moment to breathe. Maybe it's a walk outside. Or maybe you just need some time alone to sit quietly. Notice your breathing. Just keep breathing nice and slowly. Listen to the music. You have your eyes closed, or you can watch the blossoms. There we are. And if you had your eyes closed, you could open them and just take a big breath in and breath out. Whew. Just notice how you're feeling. Hope you're feeling relaxed. Maybe you're feeling like letting things go. Maybe if something was been bothering you, now you can just let it go. Doesn't matter anymore. Of course, if we do all this breathing and some meditation and all this stuff to do with yoga, we can learn to let go. We can learn to be patient. Right? So we can be patient. We can accept who we are and accept other people. And of course, the big thing is, all these things are positive things. And the big positive thing, the very big thing that you can do every day or constantly during the day is have gratitude. And if you have gratitude, which is such a positive thing, it really puts you in a good, happy place. You feel happy, you feel good about yourself, and all the other things will come easily. So remember, I always have an empty basket. And I always ask you just to take a moment to think of something. So Claire, you're in my list there. You're top of the list there. So if you could take a moment just to think of something. Just practice gratitude. So I think sometimes when we practice gratitude, it just fills your heart, makes your heart happy, right? So if you keep practicing gratitude during the day, your heart will be full of happiness. Jennifer? And then goes your stone and Sarah. And Megan. There we So now my basket is not half empty anymore, thanks to you girls. Thank you so much. And I am always filled with gratitude when my basket gets filled. So don't ruin a good day by thinking about a bad yesterday. Let it go. So remember, when you are taking that moment to breathe, don't think about the bad things that happened today or yesterday. Just let it go and have those happy thoughts so you can get to sleep, have a good night's sleep, and wake up happy, right? That's the big thing, is to wake up happy. Well, on, what day is it? I have to look it up now. Monday. Monday is a big day. Monday is the 22nd of April, and it is Earth Day. And you know, when it's Earth Day, there's one book I always read. It's I Am One, a book of action. And it was dedicated, if you remember, to somebody called Greta Thunberg. Now, when she became famous, she was quite young. She was just a teenager, but she was quite the activist. She got everybody thinking about what we were doing to the earth, to the planet Earth. So this book is dedicated to her and to everyone. You make a difference. So all of you can also make a difference. And to Greta Thunberg, who showed the world the power of one young person. Now, she's in her 20s now, but she certainly was quite the activist when she was younger. She was quite remarkable for her age. So here is our book, I Am One, a book of action. How do I make a difference? It seems like a tall order for one so small. But beautiful things start with just one. One seed to start a garden. One stroke to start a masterpiece. One note to start a melody. One step to start a journey. One brick to start breaking down walls. And I can speak one gentle word to start a conversation. I can use my voice, one soft voice, to start a friendship. I can perform one act of kindness to start connection. I can share one tender hug to start caring. I can light one candle to start leading the way. Here, I'll move that just so you can see there's the candle. I can make one drop in the water to start ripples that become swells, then waves, traveling over oceans, across borders and boundaries, landing on distant shores to start A chain reaction, inspire a movement, make a change. I am one, and I can take action. We are each one, and we can take action. One by one, we can make a difference. Because one is all it takes to start something beautiful. I am one. And in that story, it was like you're one, but you're like a pebble. If you get dropped in the water, you can make ripples. Just like the story said, you can make ripples, and the ripples spread out and they make a difference. You can make a difference. I just love that book. So we're going to make a difference to ourselves now, because we're going to just take a moment just to notice how we're feeling. So one hand on our hearts, one hand on our bellies. Just take those deep breaths in and out. Just notice how you feel. And however you feel is just fine. It's you, and you are perfect. You just keep noticing how you feel. Keep one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. I will move over to the floor. Ready to start our asanas. Just another part of yoga, right? So I'm going to get myself comfortable. Wiggle my sit bones into my cushion. I'm going to sit up nice and tall. Ooh. And then I'm just going to stretch. Just stretch your arms. Just pretend you're waking up in the morning. Just stretching, waking your body up. Oh, it doesn't matter how you stretch. Oh, just stretch, 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 just like you're waking up. Oh, wake that body up. Oh, that feels so good. Now we're ready to do our cat and our cow. Just slide the hands to the knees and tuck our chin in. And slide the hands back to the hips, elbows back, curve the spine, look up. And just curve the spine as you look down. And of course, keep breathing. Breathe as you move. And just sit nice and tall. Oh, sit nice and tall. And we're going to just go from side to side. So nice stretches, nice and gentle, nice and slow. Just go from side to side. Go nice and slow so you really feel the stretch in the side of your body. Really stretching. Oh, nice and slow. Ooh. And then just come back to do our cat and cow. Nice and slowly. And then you can sit. Just take a moment. Sit still. Hands on your legs or your knees or wherever feels good. Just notice that spine. Is it nice and straight? Is it nice and tall? Just maybe pull up that piece of string. Make that spine taller than it is right now. And we can lift those arms up and then just turn. One hand on your knee, one hand behind. And then just breathe and make that spine taller. And then just lift those arms up and go to the other side. And just lift those arms up. Go back to the other side. So one hand on your knee, one hand behind. Maybe look over that shoulder. And up and over again to the other side. And again, one hand behind, one hand on your knee. And then just look and look. See if you can go even further. And then just bring those arms up, reach up high, and then breathe out. So slow, nice long breath out as the arms come down. Breathing like that really calms you down. And we'll go back to our cat and cow. And because I'm thinking about that butterfly that I saw on the other day, we're going to do our butterfly pose. So bring those feet together. Just let the knees fall, and then they can fly like butterfly wings. The knees can go up and down. Let your legs be butterfly wings. Just fly like a butterfly. It was quite a big one. It was brown with pretty colors along the edge of the wings. And then you can just bring those knees up, stretch the legs out in front, give those legs a little shake. Stretch the legs, and then relax. And then we can bend the knees and we can get into our tabletop. So we need to move away our cushions, our blocks, whatever we have. So we're in our tabletop. So knees are under the hips and our hands are under our shoulders. And we'll just do some big circles here with our hips. We'll let the hips go around in a circle, down to the heels, and then to the side, to the front, and then down to the heels. And maybe go the other way. And then just let the hips go down. So your bottom goes down onto the heels. Stretch your arms out in front. And then you're just going to rock forward. And we'll do our little plank pose. And just rock back. And then just rock forward. And hold it there. Keep breathing. And just let yourself rock back. And then rock forward. Shoulders are over the hands. Get our arms nice and strong. Our shoulders nice and strong. And just rock back. And just rock forward. And then let's rock back again. And then let's just rock forward one more time. Shoulders over the hands. Really have nice strong arms now. Our arms are getting really strong doing this every week, which is great. Then just rock back, let the hips go down, and just let the arms stretch out in front. So we're in an extended child's pose. So the knees are together, arms are straight. Just stretch those arms. And you know, we're going to get ready for our downward facing dog. So you can put your hands onto the mat. And you know, I like to put my hands on the blocks. Curl the toes under and push the hips up into the air. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms, heads down, hips are up. Take some few deep breaths here. Keep breathing, keep breathing. And then you can walk your feet forward and just have a forward fold so your fingertips are touching the mat. And then slowly bring those arms up, reach up high, reach up high. Bring your hands to heart center. There we are. And we are now ready to do our sun salutation. So just take a moment to make sure those feet are grounded. Maybe wiggle the toes. And wiggle the feet just so you know you really get them grounded into the mat. And we're going to lift those arms up and hinge at the hips. Touch the mat. Touch the knees. Touch the mat. Slowly bring those arms up. Reach up. Bring your hands to heart center. And up again, hinging at the hips. Bring the fingertips to the mat. Then fingertips to your knees. Then touch the mat. Then bring your arms up. Hands to heart center. And then let's do that again. Up, hinge at the hips. Touch the mat. Touch the knees. Touch the mat. And bring those arms up, reach up high, and bring your hands to heart center. Great job, everybody. And now, let's do our warrior two. So, right foot forward, left foot back. The left toes are pointing to the long end of the mat. And the right toes are pointing to the short end. Bend that front knee, make sure you can see those toes. The arms go up. Keep the body facing the long end of the mat. Then just turn your head. There, now strong arms, strong legs. Then just rest the arm on the front. Now, let's just take a moment here. I'd like you just to stop, put your hand onto your hip, and bring the shoulder and your elbow back. Okay, so bring that, pull your elbow back, so it brings your shoulder back. And then you can put your hand over your head. Just that helps you to remember to know where your shoulder is supposed to be. Instead of leaning forward, bring that shoulder up. Then reach, 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 reach. And then bring yourself back into warrior two. Nice strong arms, strong legs. Then back hand down, front hand up. Then arms back into warrior two. Then let the arms just float down. Point the toes. Maybe point them out to the corners of the mat. And hinge at the hips. And you walk your fingers past one foot. Bend that knee. Stretch the leg. And then walk back the other way. Pass the other foot. Bend the knee. Stretch the leg. Then let your fingers walk past the other leg or foot. That knee gets bent and the leg gets stretched. And back we go the other way. Bend the knee, stretch the leg. Come to the center. Touch the mat. Fingertips on the mat. So now we're in a wide-legged forward fold. Your legs are stretched. Hips are stretched. And then just slowly come up. Slowly, slowly. And you're a star. Woohoo! Nice and slowly. There we are. Star. Then just let the arms come down. Ready to turn the other way for our warrior two. So bend that left knee. Make sure you can see those big toes. Arms are nice and straight. Legs are strong. And then you can just rest your arm on your leg. Now again, let's just put our hand on our hip. Bring that shoulder back. Bring that elbow back. And then you can bring the arm over your ear. Keep that shoulder up. And you can reach, reach, reach. Go deep, deep, deep if you can. And then just bring yourself back into warrior two. And back hand down, front hand up. Reach, reach, reach. And then back into a warrior two. So keep those legs strong. Feel the strength in the legs, strength in the arms. And then just let the arms float down. Turn those toes. Maybe they're pointing a little bit to the corners of the mat. And bend at the hips. Right here, we're going to bend. Down we go. Touch the mat. Now walk those fingers past one foot. Bend that knee, stretch the leg. Walk the fingers past the other foot. Bend the knee, stretch the leg. Walk those fingers back past the other foot. Bend the knee, stretch the leg. Walk the fingers past the other foot. Bend the knee, stretch the leg. Bring your fingers to the center, touching the mat. Just have a nice stretch here. And then slowly come up. Slowly, slowly stretch into star. And let the arms float down. As you breathe out. And bring those feet together. Give your legs a little shake. Oof. And then just get into mountain pose. And then just put your hands on your hips and we'll do a little look up at the ceiling. So it's like a little back bend, just looking up to the ceiling. And then we're just going to open up the arms and look up at the ceiling again. So we're opening up the shoulders and doing a little back bend, looking up at the ceiling. And then we can just give ourselves a hug. And then open up those arms again. And give yourself a hug. And then open up those arms again. And give yourself a hug. And just put your hands by your side. We're in mountain pose. Just notice the feet on the floor. And notice how your feet feel. And notice how your legs feel. Notice how your hips and the back feel. Notice how your arms feel, your shoulders feel. Just relax those shoulders. And your jaw. Just notice. Wiggle the tongue, wiggle the jaw. Maybe lift those shoulders up and just go. Big sigh, relax. And let's just swing the arms. Get nice and loose. Nice and loose. Oh. Swing the arms. And then just stand nice and still again. Just scan from your feet, up the legs, up to the hips, up your back, all the way to your shoulders, all the way down your arms, the jaw, and then notice if there's a frown, just put a little smile on your face. Take away the frown. We're going to get back onto the floor using our downward facing dog. So get those feet and hands ready. Oops. Get into your downward facing dog. Just take a moment to stretch those legs and stretch the arms. Head goes down between the arms. Hips up in the air. And just drop the knees nice and slowly and gently. Now we're in our tabletop. Let's just take a moment to do some more of those rotations so that your hips go round and around. Hips go round and around. And then just slowly keep the big toes together. Open up the knees. Spread the knees apart. Big toes together, knees apart. Let the hips go down. And then let the head go down into our child's pose. Just have a little rest here in child's pose. Just feel your body just relax and soften. And notice the breath, because you've got this little cave here, so you can hear your breath and you can feel your breath. And you can feel your body move as you breathe. Remember, this is a good pose to do before you go to bed. Stretches, relax you. Stretches the spine, relaxes all the tension from the spine, from your shoulders. And you can slowly push yourself up. Bring those knees together. And then just let the knees go down. Now we'll do the extended child's pose. So knees are together. And the arms just stretch out. So now we're having another stretch like this in the extended child's pose. And then you can just bring the hands right to the front of the mat. As far as they will go. And drop the elbows, drop the head. Keep the hips up in the air. We haven't done this one for a while. This is our puppy pose or melting heart. So the hips are up and the head is down. So hips are up, head's down, arms are stretched out in front. Just take some deep breaths here. And then just slowly push yourself back. You're going to get onto your back. So lying on your back with your knees bent. Bend the knees. Feet are on the mat, hands are on the mat. And just lift up those hips. Lift the hips up into our bridge pose. Just let the hips go down nice and gently. Just let the floor support the back. So kind of just let your back go down and just let it settle and spread. And lift up the hips again. Push the feet into the ground. Push your hands into the ground. And use these muscles here, the thigh muscles, to lift those hips. And also clench your buttocks. And then just let your hips go down and just let your back and your hips settle into the ground again. Just let that have a little rest there. And then just one more time. Lift the hips up into the air. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. And then just let those hips go down. And again, just take a moment. Just let your back, your hips settle onto the floor. And just let the floor take over. Just spread, relax. Just keep the knees bent. Just let that lower spine be. Let it go. Let the floor take over. Just relax. And then let's straighten those legs. Straighten the legs. Push the heels away. Push the heels and then relax. And we'll do our tree pose. So bring the foot up the straight leg. Let the knee fall to the floor. And palms can be up and just relax. Just relax. Just let that knee fall to the floor so the leg is soft. And this is a nice one to do when you're in your bed. Just straighten that leg. And now you can bend the other knee, slide the foot up the straight leg. Let that knee fall to the floor. So we're in our reclined tree pose. Just let the muscles relax. Palms facing up. Just relax the shoulders, relax the neck. And slide that leg straight. Now push the heels away again. Push the heels away. Bring the toes towards you. And then just relax your legs. Now bring the knees up. Bend the knees. You can give your knees a little hug. Roll from side to side. Roll from side to side. And then let one foot go down and bring that one ankle up. So we're in our reclined pigeon pose. So we've got a number 4 going on with this leg in the air. This knee that's up, just let it go. And let the arms rest on the floor. Just let this leg that's up in the air, just let it relax. Take deep breaths way right down into your belly. Bring that knee up, give it a little hug. Put that foot down, bring the other knee up, give it a little hug and help the ankle onto that knee. And let the leg that's up in the air just relax. And arms on the floor, palms facing up. Just relax. Really breathe right down into your belly. And bring that knee up, give it a little hug. And put the feet down. Keep the knees together. Then just let the knees fall apart. Keep the feet together. So now we're in our reclined butterfly. So we did this butterfly pose when we were seated. Now we're doing it as we're lying down. So just let the knees fall apart. So the knees are apart, your legs are apart, feet are together. Just let the shoulders relax, let your arms relax, palms facing up. Breathing right down deep into the belly. And you bring those knees together. Keep the knees together and let the knees fall to one side. So we're in our reclined supine pose, so the supine twist. So then you put your arms out to a T and look away from your knees. Nice twist here. Knees falling down, look away from the knees. And bring those knees up. And then let them fall to the other side. Look away from the knees. Then just bring those knees up. Bring the knees right up so you can give them a hug and have a little roll from side to side. Roll from side to side and let the floor give your back a little massage. Oh, that feels good. Okay, then the feet can go down. Just take a moment here. Let the knees fall together and let the feet go apart. So the feet are apart, the knees are together. Just let the knees like fall together. Let them just fall so they're touching. And then you don't have to use any muscles in your legs. And then just let your arms go out to the side. Palm is facing up. This is a nice resting pose. So if ever you have a sore back, just get on the floor. Knees together, feet apart. Just let the floor flatten out the base of your spine. And some people find that this is a nice place to do Shavasana. If you want to stay there, stay there. Or you can just get your blanket and get into the spot you like to be in for Shavasana. Just close your eyes and tune into the sound of your breath. Just take a deep breath in, nice and slowly, and then just let that breath out, nice and slow. And take another breath in, another breath out, nice and slowly. And on your next inhale, just think to yourself, I am grateful for myself. And as you breathe out, just think, I am grateful to my family. And as you keep breathing, just think of all the people you can be grateful for, your friends, your neighbors, those who help you. And then as we keep thinking about sending gratitude, we'll send gratitude to the earth and all the animals, the forests, the oceans that are on the earth. the green fields, the rivers, the birds, the butterflies, and the herons. Just think to yourself, gratitude for the world where I live. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Roll over to one side and push yourself up to seated. And then just come to a seated position. And let's just notice how we're feeling now. So one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Just notice how you're feeling. Notice your breathing, notice the breath. And then we do our little smile with our eyes and smile with our lips. Take away that little frown here. And peace is in me. Peace is in me. Peace is in me. Peace is in me. And then we'll send loving kindness to each other. Oh, I've got your loving kindness. I'm going to keep it in my heart till I see you again. So thank you for coming. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.
Oh, thank you, Mona.
You're welcome. Bye, Sarah. Bye, Megan. Bye, Claire. Bye.
Bye. Have fun.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Have fun.